truth and leaves you ballin'. He's the cloaker that laughs as you're falling. Frog Tony haunts your dreams, can't you see? Hopping through the shadows quite eagerly. Scared to close your eyes and go to sleep. You sowed chaos, but Frog Tony is here to reap. You were on his shows, then bailed. You tried to take him down and failed. You thought you could outshine the sun. Ended up cooked, well done. Frog Tony haunts your dreams, can't you see? Hopping through the shadows quite eagerly. Scared to close your eyes and go to sleep. You sowed chaos, but Frog Tony is here to reap. He's the specter in the night. Turn your dreams to utter fright. You'll be running to the light. There's no safety from your plight. Never miss when you attack the king. Better yet, just kiss the ring. Shut your mouth and know your place. You never had a chance to win this race. Frog Tony haunts your dreams, can't you see? Hopping through the shadows quite eagerly. Close your eyes and go to sleep. You sowed chaos, but Frog Tony is here to reap. Yeah, yeah, reap. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. You were on his shows, then bailed. You tried to take him down and failed. You thought you could outshine the sun. Ended up cooked. Well done. Frog Tony haunts your dreams, can't you see? Just hopping through the shadows quite eagerly. So close your eyes and go to sleep. You sowed chaos, but Frog Tony is here to reap. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah.
What's up, meatbags? It's the often imitated, never duplicated, chosen one of CG, Chicano Stanley, bad guy, bad dude, bad actor, the lighthouse in the middle of the sea, leading you to Comicsgate Destiny, the great brown hope, the detractor pope, the king of the bog, the Teflon frog, that mountaintop way up high, that star up in the sky, Frog motherfucking Tony. Ah, man. Toy. We are TJ-less tonight. And for the foreseeable future, TJ is off doing Transylvanian things. He's off doing vampire stuff. So we miss him. I'm the bull of the woods. The bull of the if you will.
Vampire stuff? That sucks.
So you will be if you're a TJ, if you're only here for TJ, I'm sorry to disappoint you. But I'm here. Toy's here. You're here. We're gonna watch, talk, and just be comics, right? We're gonna be all the comics. We're gonna just absorb comics tonight. Toy, how you been feeling? You weren't here with us last night, so
nope.
How you been? What's up, buddy?
I'm doing good. Yeah, no, Saturdays are kind of like my day off the internet. I gotta be analog as much as I can. So it was a fun day. Hung out with my brother, did some shopping. Good stuff. Read some more Daredevil Born Again. It's really good. Yeah, I've been reading a little bit. Like everyone with my copy, just me, copy, Matt Murdock. It's a good thing. So yeah, and I definitely want to make sure that I've got it read and ready to go when the new season starts of Daredevil. Because that's coming soon too.
You're reading Daredevil Born Again. What's your assessment so far? Really good, really bad?
Really good. Like it's very intricate. Like the king, it really shows me how good of a criminal mastermind the Kingpin is. Like I never really, considered how good he is. Like how he controls everything. You know what I mean? It's pretty great. And how good D'Onofrio really was cast as him. You know what I mean? Like, even though he does get beat up by, like, Echo and stuff.
Yeah, that was always stupid. I actually haven't read all of Daredevil Born Again. I've read, like, one part of it. So give us more, describe it. Give us a mini review of so far what you got.
A mini review. I'm not good at this kind of thing. Basically, it's just Matt's life being torn apart, and then he gets to the point where he just cracks. You know what I mean? He's shattered. Like it's really good. Like the way that they it's just a good story, man. It's hard to describe. Like he's just so low. Like he's lost everything. He's like basically living in a hovel. Like he gets the shit beat out of him. Like it's crazy. Like,
so it's about a man who had everything taken away from him, and there's nothing left that can be taken from him. And instead of rolling over, instead of dying, instead he pushes back. He fights through it all and overcomes.
Well, that's the thing. Like Kingpin, literally is considering, should I just kill him? Would it be kinder? He's like, but I don't want to be kind. You know what I mean? It's like, no, I'll just let him suffer. It's like, God damn, dude.
And that's ultimately his downfall, right? Because had he just killed Matt Murdock, Daredevil, he wouldn't have lost in the end. That's where evil
in the end,
makes the mistake, right? Evil makes the mistake of gloating too much, celebrating too early, and being a little too cruel.
There you go.
Because when you push they always say never worry about the actions of a bad man, never worry about angering an evil person. What you need to worry about is when you anger a good man. When a good man is pushed too far, right? And I like to consider myself a good man. I know you like to consider yourself a good man.
Mm-hmm.
So, take that for what you will. Anyway, I just finished binge watching Wonder Man. Holy shit, was this a good fucking show?
Damn. I gotta watch
it. It is really good. However, I'm going to say this, right? I'm going to get into spoilers, and we're going to talk the show, and so apologies if you haven't watched it yet. But I will say this right now: it is a really, really good show, but it is not a superhero show. Okay, if you're going in there with I'm watching a superhero show, it is not it. There is one. I want to say 30-second, 35-second. I didn't time it, but it was one action scene through the whole thing. That's it. There's really no other action. It's very funny. It's clever. It totally didn't do the thing that I thought it was, right? It didn't go, oh, you guys are bad for recasting the Black Wonder Man. None of that was even mentioned. It was shocking how little they tried to play any of this evil fan things, none of that. It was very refreshing. So if you're on the fence about it, I would say go ahead and watch it. It is really, really good. Funny. It's laughing my ass off.
Your mic's garbled.
Very funny.
That's better.
Very funny. If you're on the fence, watch it. I will say there's one episode I think they dropped the ball with. Okay. So let me set the stage for you. In Wonder Man, there's a thing called the Doorman Clause. Okay, all actors have to sign this, and essentially it's you're signing and you're saying that you don't have superpowers, right? Am I still muffled? 100%?
You're okay now.
I literally didn't do anything. People are like, you're muffled, and then I didn't do anything, and it just fixed itself. So you got to sign this clause that says, hey, I don't have superpowers, and you're signing your life away, right? I guess it's like an honor system. There's no test. It's just hey, do you have superpowers? No. And it's boom, right? And so you're introduced to this really early. I think it's episode 1. They give you this thing, right? They mention it. And I want to say episode 4, right? It's either 3 or 4. Let me see. Let me make sure that I'm not wrong on this. But they basically have an entire episode dedicated to that. So it is episode 4, okay? It's called Doorman, and the entire episode is dedicated to the character of Doorman, and it runs you through his entire Hollywood arc, right? From being an actual doorman outside a club to getting superpowers, to using his superpowers, to becoming a famous actor. Goes through the whole thing into where his powers go awry and cause the Hollywood to have this doorman policy, right?
Okay.
Now, the problem is there's no Simon Williams. This episode does not move the plot forward at all. Simon shows up at the very end to show that what we were watching is basically like he's watching like a Netflix documentary type thing, right? So it's like
Okay.
watching it is just like they show him watching it, and then he gets up and like leaves an audition and so he's like on screen for again maybe 35, 40 seconds, right? And the episode ends. I feel like this episode should have been, instead of being episode 4, it feels more like it should have been episode 0. Like, if they would have just released this episode for free, like everywhere, right? Say, hey, you could watch this, and this like sets up what the Wonder Man show is, kind of, right? So you get like the humor, and you get this episode because again, it is completely disconnected from the entire plot.
Okay. Yeah,
But
I heard the episode's really good.
It's good. So in this episode, you get Doorman. Like I said, he's a regular doorman. He's like really funny and people like him. And he's like friends with Josh Gad. So, he's really cool with Josh Gad. And then eventually you find out that he's working at this bar, right? And he goes outside to throw the garbage out. And one of the dumpsters is a dumpster for Roxanne. And there's just like stuff leaking out of the dumpster. And it's like makes this weird like black portal thing on the floor. And he touches it like all people would do, right? Like you go, oh, what's this weird black goo that's look all, and he touches it.
Sure.
And he ends up inside the dark dimension, like the door dimension, right?
Okay.
And so they show him like using his powers, and like he falls through doors and he ends up back in his house, and then like his dog jumps into his arms, but it goes into him and it ends up like in the neighbor's apartment. So he's got these powers, and eventually he goes to work and he's trying to hide them, but a fire breaks out inside the bar, right? And everybody's like panicking and they're trying to get out, and they can't get out because they're like pushing the door the wrong way or the door's stuck. And so he uses his powers to go inside and then tells people to like, well, just go through me, like in the comics, right? Because I'm a door. So he'll go through him. So eventually they do, like they trust him and they go through him, and he saves everyone inside the fucking bar, right? And Josh Gad is so like thankful, he offers him a job. He's like, hey, you could be like my personal guy. So then he goes through this arc of like helping Josh Gad like escape paparazzi and stuff, but like going through the walls and shit. Like, oh, he's surrounded by paparazzi outside of this restaurant. So he like goes through doorman to like leave through the side, right?
Okay.
And so eventually it gets to the point where Cecil, you got to sue. Cecil, whatever, however you pronounce it, you got to sue Marvel because they make a movie starring Josh Gad called Cash Grab.
Dude, I saw that. Like, I saw like an advertisement and it said Cash Grab, and I'm like, what the fuck is that? You know, it almost looks like the font and everything that Cecil used. It's crazy.
So yeah, so they make a movie called Cash Grab, and so they're going over like, well, how are we gonna like, because the Cash Grab, the movie is supposed to be like a heist movie that Josh Gad is making, and so they're like trying to go like, well, how do we like break into the safe? And they're like trying to do like different things, and so Josh Gad's like, what if we use Doorman, right? And so he convinces Doorman to star in the movie and use his powers in the movie, right? And so he becomes like a real big celebrity, like, oh my God, because he's like the special, he's not using special effects, he's really doing it, right? So they're like, oh my God, this is fantastic. And he then becomes one of those like celebrities that's like showing up everywhere, like, ding dong, it's Doorman, making guest appearances on like TGIF type shows and shit, right?
Sure. Yeah.
So he goes through this whole like, blowing up and like endorsing products, but then he has a fall from grace because like, the whole gimmick starts running thin. Like you're a one joke, one line type person, right? Like you're 15 minutes of fame running out. And he ends up getting sued. He gets sued as part of this like class action lawsuit because he's like endorsing these like potato bags that are supposed to like microwave potatoes in, and like people are getting injured from them. It's all kind of silly.
Okay. That's weird.
So,
all right.
So then at the very end, so Josh Gad calls him up to be like, hey, we're making Cash Grab 2. We need you to get the band back together, right? And at this point, like Doorman has fallen off and he's like an alcoholic, and you can see like his powers are like on the fritz a little, but he doesn't tell anyone. And so then they're doing the stunt to like do the Doorman stuff, and they're throwing bags of cash supposedly through him, and it's like they're showing it like on the set, and it's going through him and landing on like this mattress behind the fake wall, right? And so then Josh Gad goes to go through him, and he throws up because he was like drinking. So he throws up, and then Josh Gad never comes out. So like in the MCU, Josh Gad is stuck inside the Doorman universe, and he
Wow.
never gets out.
That's nuts.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so that's the whole thing. And then like Simon's watching the documentary. He's like, oh shit. So that's like the explanation for why Hollywood doesn't allow superpowers, because like if you have them, the liability and insurance costs are like skyrocketed through the roof, right? And so
Okay.
That's why like Simon has to hide his powers. And like I said, that it's really good. It's a fun episode. It's funny, but it's the fourth episode, and there's like no like there's no connection to like there's nothing like it's not like they're showing Doorman stuff and then they like go over to like Simon and then like go back to Doorman. No, it's completely from the beginning to end Doorman. Like it's his story. So it's almost like in that Mandalorian season when like suddenly
yes, I was just gonna say that. Yeah, the one about the doctor where it's just him like pretty much the whole time.
Yeah,
it had nothing. Yeah, actually, Heavy Spoilers called that episode like a perfect episode. Like I haven't watched the breakdown. And he said why episode 4, the Doorman, is the perfect episode.
Well, like I said, it's good.
After I watch it.
Yeah, but all right, so we got a super chat from TJ. Says $2. I like the message of the show where it says stories of all about the human connection, the emotions, not universe, Bibles, or lore. Hibbity jibbity. Yeah, I agree. This show is not about. It's not about like MCU or Marvel or the superheroes. It's like about people and like loneliness and like making friends. I know it's so gay to say friends on the internet, but it is a show about
can't say that anymore.
Connecting with people. It's really good. There's a moment where I got really emotional. I'm not gonna lie. I was like, oh my god, I was so emotional.
Faggot! 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 Faggot!
Whew, shout out.
That's what I felt like watching that. But so other than like that Doorman episode, like I said, it's really good, but it just feels out of place, and it feels like it should have been, like I said, episode 0, because it explains something like lore to the universe, but it doesn't have on the overall narrative, right?
That makes sense.
And like I said, I think it would have been really good, like if you released that episode like everywhere, like on YouTube or something. So like, people would be like, oh, that's really cool, and like now that's how the show's gonna be like that, and then they'll boom want to like order Disney Plus.
Mm.
It feels like a one-shot miniseries, that one episode. Yeah. I will say I don't have Disney Plus, Super Max Plus, because now they're like got commercials, and oh my god, there's so many fucking commercials.
Yeah, I still don't have commercials on my Disney Plus, but I will soon once I drop it down.
So many. It's like in the way this show is shot, it's not like it doesn't have like natural commercial breaks. So it's just like boom, suddenly like there's a commercial. It's like fuck. It's like starts getting really good. You're getting into it, and then boom, commercial for like a minute. And it gets good again, and boom, commercial. It's like it was really annoying. Okay. Really fucking annoying. But I will say, overall, great fucking series. Okay.
That's good. Like I haven't watched a Disney Plus, like a Marvel series, really since fucking what the hell is it called? Secret Invasion. That was so bad.
And it was. Secret Invasion.
Yeah, like I just gave up. Like I never watched Loki 2. I haven't watched Echo or any of them yet.
Loki season 2 is decent. Not as good as season 1, but it is decent. So the overall plot, we're gonna get to spoilers now, right? I guess I just spoiled the Doorman episode, but we're gonna get to the real spoilers.
Well, you're roboting bad.
Am I roboting now?
Yes.
Huh.
That was okay.
Let's see. Hold on.
See, now
maybe I got too many tabs open.
That might be it.
Oh, yeah. Let me close a few tabs. All right. Am I better now?
Yes.
Okay. So, the overall show is about Simon Williams. He's an actor, overexcited. He's very like the way his process works is he's one of these guys that's like has to like develop a backstory for his character. Like his character is like just a street vendor who's like, here you go, here's your hot dog. He's like, no, but like what's his like motivation? So he's like does this like deep fucking like character study of every character he's doing, right? And so he's on the set of American Horror Story, and he's schmoozing everybody,
Schmoozing.
right? Schmoozing, which I thought was really good because he like they show that he has knowledge of like movies and stuff. Like he's really like he's a cinephile, right? Like he knows like, oh, you were in this obscure movie and you did this thing, and oh, you directed that commercial, right? So like he's like being really friendly and like talking people up. He's like, oh, Ashley Greene, I loved you in the Twilight series, and oh, this director lady, I love the things that you directed, right? And then in that scene, he's like, well, I don't think my character would be like this, right? Because like we're supposed to know each other, so I think he would refer to her like this because like there's a little hint of jealousy between the two characters, and like so he's like trying to change things in the script, and like you can see like the director first, like, oh yeah, that's no big deal, and like as the more he keeps
you're roboting again.
Fuck me. Show us your dope. Shut up, 56K. So like he keeps trying to change little things in the episode, right? And they I'm close more tabs. Hold on.
That got better right there.
No, I think Altoi's roboting. Maybe that's what it is.
Oh, sure, blame me. Just like
so he keeps trying to change like little things, and it escalates, right? He's like, well, this line here, and she's like, yeah, that's fine. He's like, well, what about this? Like, yeah, that's good. And then at one point he's like, well, I think my character would be over here instead of over there, right? And she's like, well, then I would have to move like the moon and stuff, and like it's so funny because she's like trying to like make excuses, and then like the crew's like, well, it's gonna be like 3 minutes, we can just like move the moon, right? Like it's no problem. And so eventually it gets to the point that he gets so annoying that the showrunner gets called in, and they call him up, and they basically fire him from American Horror Story. They're like, oh, you know what? We've decided to cut your character, and you're just fucking gone, right? And so he's like when me and TJ try to change Tony's script, and he threatens to fire us. So it shows like this beginning scene is showing like who he is and how he like acts, and like it's more to him than just a job. Like acting is like a thing, right? It's like a calling to him. And so eventually, he leaves. He's all sad, and he runs into Trevor Slattery, and he recognizes him as the man. Like, oh, you're the Mandarin guy, and you're in this movie and that movie, right? And so he overhears that he was going to an audition, and so Trevor eventually tells him that the audition is for Wonder Man. So he tries to get his agent to get him an audition, but she wouldn't. But then so he calls using her phone to like pretend that like he's her new assistant, and like he finagles himself an audition to Wonder Man.
Right. Okay.
And, I'm trying to remember because so yeah, the first episode there's like a lot of stuff happens, right? Like everything I'm saying is this is all first episode, right?
Damn. That's a lot of setup, yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like it feels really dense, right? There's not like a lot of like downtime or them just like looking off into the distance. Like everything has a purpose in this series. Like every conversation moves the plot. Every action is going towards something, right? And so he gets there. He does the audition. Because he's all nervous, and then Trevor basically gives him advice and tells him like, oh, just go in there and like let all the air out of your body, and then your brain will shut down momentarily, and then like your frontal cortex will take over, and it'll just be all instinct. And he's like, oh, that's stupid, but then like he starts getting really nervous, so he fucking does it, and he like nails the audition, right? But we don't know he nails it till later, but he does it, and he feels like really confident about it. And that's when we learn that Slattery is actually working for the Department of Damage Control. And he's
okay.
He's like, hey, I made contact with Simon. He's like, well, good, because Simon Williams is considered super dangerous and unstable, and we don't know what's going on, right? And that's how the episode, and it's really good. Like that first episode sets everything up so good. And again, there's no like. They don't ball wash Hollywood. They're not like how we're so much better than like normal people. Like it's just treated like, oh yeah, we're going for an audition, and It's a little quippy. Like if you don't like quips, if you don't like that sort of like Guardians of the Galaxy, Marvel MCU humor, you're not gonna like. But I like that kind of shit, right? I find it funny. Ben Kingsley steals the show. It is basically like Ben Kingsley and Abdul Mateen throughout like most of it. Like they're there together through most of every scene, right?
Cool.
And it is fantastic. Like they play off each other so well. Writing like it's getting canceled, the best kind of TV. Yeah. So that leads us into the second episode, right? And so you find out that when Slattery returned to the U.S., like Damage Control arrested him and basically said, "Hey, you didn't finish your prison sentence, so we're going to send you back, or you could work for us and get us dirt on Simon Williams because we've been watching him and we kind of know that he has superpowers and we're not sure like if he's dangerous because you find out later on that basically the Department of Damage Control is on the chopping block because like they have a prison, they have this like huge super prison, but it's only half full. So like the government's like, hey, we're spending all this money and like you guys aren't arresting anybody and you guys aren't bringing anyone in to this super prison. Like maybe we should start like slashing budgets and shit, right? And so they're like really amped up to like find somebody. So that's why the guy's like cuts this deal with Slattery to go follow Simon, right? And so at this point, Simon is trying to do he gets called up by his agent and says, hey, the casting director for Wonder Man also wants you to like do a audition tape for this other thing, right? And so he's trying to like do the audition tape, but his girlfriend had left him. So he's like really like emotional and like sad and stuff. And like, so he ends up, his powers manifest and they just kind of like make an explosion inside the apartment. And so he calls up Trevor. He's like, hey, I need help to like film this. And so like Damage Control's like, yeah, good. Go over there and like take this ring and you put this ring on his computer and then we can get all this fucking information and we could, hijack his computer remotely. But then Simon's like, no, we're not gonna like shoot this in my house because my girlfriend left me and I'm feeling it's got bad energy in there. So they go to like this little like place, these little like pop-up shops that I guess in their universe popped up. There's like these little like places you can go to like film shit. But the lady running it is like, well, I have to be your partner in the scenes, and she's like really fucking bad at acting. And so they're like, they just fuck it, and they leave. And so Trevor convinces them. He's like, well, I got an idea. We can go to my guy's house, right? And they go to fucking Joe Pantaleone's house. And
Joey Pants.
Yeah, he even says that. He goes, oh, you just call me Joey Pants. And eventually, like, he's talking down to Trevor and like he's being really condescending. So like fucking Simon like tells him off. And he's like, fuck, you're being real condescending and you're being an asshole and blah blah blah. And they like take off. So eventually they film it, right? They film the tape, and Trevor helps him again. Like Trevor helps him like find his character and everything, and like make a good audition tape. And you can see them like slowly getting closer in their friendship because throughout the entire series, like they keep quoting movies and like plays and like running lines back at each other, and like each one is recognizing the other one, like the lines that they're running. Right. You can see like both of them have a deep respect for acting and like how it's more to them than just a job. Right. And so you can see them like slowly but surely becoming actual friends. I know, gay. And so, Trevor, he starts having this like doubt about like, well, fucking with Simon because, he's my friend now. Right. It's like even in this episode, he starts getting this little bit of doubt, like if he's gonna like put the ring on the computer. But then he notices there's like this, like thing on the wall, and he pulls it down. And he sees the explosion. He's like, "Well, fuck it," and he puts the ring. So they hack Simon's computer, right? Which is crazy. So then so that leads us into the third episode. In the third episode, they find out that Simon Williams is going to his mom's birthday party. And so he's like, Damage Control's like, hey, go with Simon because we found out on his computer like he like was in some fire as a kid, and like see if you can find out more information about this and like talk to his family and maybe get some dirt up on him, right? And he goes there, and the family is so fucking rude to fucking Trevor. Like, no one cares, Tony. I know. So like the family's like fucking rude to Trevor. The family's like really condescending to Simon. Like no one believes in his dream. His brother's like being an asshole to him about everything, right? So eventually the mom like confesses to Trevor, like they're talking at the end of the night in the kitchen. He's like, "Oh, you shouldn't be doing dishes at your party." And she's like, "No, I like, to clean up as we go along." And she tells a story about how Simon fell off his dad's bike and how, she took him to the kitchen to clean him up and everything. And how Simon looked at her and said, "Hey, Mom, I really appreciate you loving me." Right. And then she just like breaks down and like, "Oh man, like when he told me that it hurt so bad because, he's always alone. He's always in there with like his movies and his posters. And I thought that like he liked being alone. And, we basically didn't do anything. We basically like, neglected him, right? But we thought that like, he was okay with being alone. And like he didn't have any friends. Because she even tells Trevor, she's like, "You're the first friend he's ever brought over to his family, right?" Okay. And so like it hits Trevor really hard. It really paints this picture of like Simon as this lonely kid with nobody and nothing, right? And so at that point, like Trevor fully decides, like, "Fuck it, Simon's my friend. I'm not gonna do this shit," right? And then we go into the fourth episode, which is the doorman episode. Now I won't spoil the rest from here, but trust me, it is fucking good. Okay. Spoil the first.
Yeah, actually watch it, I guess.
Sit down, watch it. It is.
Yeah.
It is, again, it's a character story, a character study between two characters, between Trevor Slattery, washed up Hollywood actor who became a terrorist, who then became a not terrorist, right? And how he's trying to get back into Hollywood, trying to save his skin, but also he becomes friends with Simon Williams, who is a struggling actor who has a deep appreciation for the craft, right? And wants to make his dad proud because his dad always believed in his dream. And so, like, this is more to him than just, like, fame. He's not, like, trying to be famous or, like, get rich. He's, like, his dad believed in him. His dad's dead. He's like, this is, like, what my dad saw in me, and I have to live up to that potential, right?
Yeah.
So fucking good. So I can't say enough good things. It is. How many episodes? 8 episodes. 8 episodes in total. This is lasting longer than a Shane Davis. I'm sorry. It's a review. What do you want me to do? I'm going in depth. I liked the show. It was fantastic. It was fucking great. Like I said, it's not a superhero show, so, but it is a good show, and it really sets up, like, by the end of it, it sets up Simon Williams, so he can definitely appear in like an Avengers movie, a big screen thing, right? Like it sets him up perfectly.
Okay.
The actor is great. It's fantastic. I was like, man, this guy here, he plays Black Manta in Aquaman. I was like, oh my god, he was so.
Oh, okay, I know that guy. Okay.
Yeah, he was so wasted in Aquaman because I'm like, man, he's really fucking good here, right? Like he sells the character of, like, if they would have gave him better material, like I could have seen Black Manta being like a standout for the Aquaman movie.
Right.
Again, Ben Kingsley, fantastic. Steals every scene. He's funny. He's charming. He's emotional. He's got depth. Every character is three-dimensional. There's nothing. And again, most of it is just the two of them, right? As they're going through auditions and different things and interacting with people. It sounds like the Bill Bixby Hulk, not the average superhero movie. It really isn't the average superhero stuff. Like I said, there's one action scene where he fights off some thugs, but other than that, nothing.
Yeah.
It's all just talking and exploring characters and stuff. But like it's really good. If you like that kind of thing, if you're really into like deep shows, right, with actual payoffs and emotional depth and things like that. Yeah, you'll like it. It's really good. You ever see Birdman? I have not, but I've heard good things. And I think it's filmed. It's almost one continuous shot, isn't it? Birdman.
I don't know. I've never seen it. That's the Michael Keaton movie, right?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's either one continuous shot or it's shot as if it is one continuous shot. No, not that one. Is it? Also called Birdman, The Unexpected Virtue of Ignorance. Is that the Michael Keaton one? Yeah, that is the Michael Keaton one. Yeah, like I said, I'm pretty sure Birdman is shot as if it was just one continuous long shot.
Wow. Huh. Yeah, I never sat down. Like, I never watched that one. I mean, I like Michael Keaton, but I never watched that movie. So I was once like, I should watch that, and you never do.
Yeah,
that's one of those.
So I mean, like I said, that looked really good. I do need to sit down and watch Birdman. Birdman is a continuous shot, but there are very obvious places where they make cuts. Birdman has a fun ending to debate and discuss. Yeah, I heard about the ending. Oh, it's like ambiguous, right? It wasn't filmed as one continuous shot, but it was stitched together to look like it. Ooh, tricking. You know what else looks really good, Antoy?
What's that?
Demifoot, Urban Sasquatch.
Yeah, it does.
Have you gotten on the Demifoot train yet? Again, I think this is a really good looking book. I know people have different opinions on Dillard, right? Working with Yellow Flash and all that. But the work he did here, leagues above the stuff that he did on the Yellow Flash book, right?
Yeah, he stepped up.
I go, this is actually good. This is looks like a comic book that I would read, right? And then like the little attention to detail, all the cars being AMC, right?
Mm-hmm.
The shadow work, the colors, everything. It just looks like a fun book, right?
Yeah, it does. It really does. It's his best work, I think.
Yeah. I mean, this shot right here alone is just fantastic.
Yeah.
Also, he wrestles an alligator. How can you not love that? But Demifoot, guys, why have you not backed this yet? They got trading cards that are exclusive to the campaign.
Yeah, I love the black and whites, man. Those are cool.
They got a lunchbox you can get. Look at it. Get yourself a lunchbox. Get yourself a T-shirt. You got the trading card bundle, the printed version, and if you just want to get the digital, right? If you just want to read the story, $8 get you a digital download.
That's a hell of a deal.
Can't beat that.
No.
Let's check out the trailer just one more time, right? Sets the movie. Though I still think that they should use some voiceover.
That's such a great shot.
Yeah. Only on Fun My Comics. Back now. Guys, get Demifoot. Like I said, at 71 backers right now, $2,845. 36% of the way to its goal. We can do it. CG. We can do it. We can get this book funded.
Hell yeah.
The great part of that shit is that it's very effective in communicating the story in a visual way, realizing about his transformation. Yeah, that's why that shot is so good. I mean, you get this whole sequence, right? You get where is that? Where he's looking in the mirror, right? And he's got that realization hits his face, like, what have I become? And again, it evokes Frankenstein, right?
Yeah. In the best
Mary
way.
Shelley's Frankenstein, the classic. This right here, this gives me like a little bit of a Phantom of the Opera vibes, right? Where you kind of get that not
I didn't think about
a full
that.
picture of him, right?
Yeah.
He's looking in the mirror. What have I become? Either that or a little elephant man. I'm not a monster. I'm a man.
I am not an animal.
Yeah. We're really aging ourselves with the Elephant Man reference.
Yeah. Yeah.
We got a $2 super sticker. What is that super sticker? It is a #1 Shiba Inu from our good friend Eric Winberg.
Shout out.
Shout out. He's adding to the Own Our Enemies Fund. $2. We're at $293 of owning our fucking enemies. And of course, we got a special Eric Winberg.
We've just received word from our truck that you've received a super sticker.
Let me guess, Eric Winberg with the Shiba Inu, baby!
That's right, the Shiba Inu, baby. Is there a barber for monsters? I don't know. That's a good question. Good question. Probably. I would imagine there has to be, right?
Well, there was in that Bugs Bunny cartoon where Bugs was, cutting hair that big red monster.
That's true. That's true. All right. Did you know that Captain America was going to be in Fantastic Four?
Well, like the next movie?
No, in the old one. It says Captain America's cut Fantastic Four first step scene revealed.
Oh.
It says Chris Evans' Star-Spangled Man with a Plan almost made a surprise return to the MCU in 2025. Here's what I was disappointed with. Okay, me and my old man were discussing this when we saw Fantastic Four. Right, you've seen Fantastic Four, obviously, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay, so you remember when they put out like that call, where like we need everybody's help to like
yes,
build those little things and everything, right?
Mm-hmm.
We were saying that like they should have showed like a bunch of old-timey heroes, right? Like obviously like heroes that they were never going to have in the main MCU, right? But like you could have had like the World War II heroes like Blazing Skull, right?
Okay.
Miss America, the Wizard, right? You could have had like these heroes in their dimension, like, oh yeah, they don't have those regular heroes, but look, they have these other heroes that are also Marvel characters, right? But like they're the like World War II era Marvel characters that never appeared in the MCU, right?
Yep.
I think that would have been fun.
Yeah.
Because again, like Galactus is a world threat, right? I think everyone would have like rallied together, but it just makes it seem like, oh no, like there was the only superheroes that existed were the Fantastic Four. Like,
that's all you need.
I mean, yeah, but I think it would have been fun.
No, they're
They
cool.
show them like they show up and then like fucking Galactus just like fucking bodies all of them, or even like Silver Surfer just bodies all these like heroes.
Yeah, like I'd love to see the DCU bring in the JSA,
Yeah.
in the kind of way they did. They got the newer version of Mr. Terrific, and they got Hawkgirl. But I love the Justice Society, like all those old heroes, like the Spectre and stuff like that. Is cool.
Isn't like Sandman one of them?
Yeah,
but he's not
Yep.
like Sandman like you're thinking. He's got
not
like,
the
mask and stuff.
right, not the one you're thinking of. Like he has like a
gas
he has
gun.
a gun that shoots. Yeah, that shoots a gas.
Put you to sleep.
That kind of Sandman.
Put sand in your eye when you're not looking. Sandman was here.
And then in the 90s, the newer version, he actually could like morph into like the earth and could control, what do you call that, geo something kind of powers. But that was the newer version of the
Geomancy?
90s. Something like that.
That's weird. Just a guy with a gas gun is cool enough. Like, why do you have to like change
It was
it?
way cooler. Like, yeah, he changed his name. Like, he eventually just changed his name to Sand, and it was, he was their leader though. So, like, he was like a sidekick to one of the older heroes, and I don't know. Big long story. Sorry, didn't mean to derail.
No, you're not derailing. This is what we're here for. We're here to talk comic books. We're here to have fun. Like, there's no
Yeah.
derailing as long as it's not like about some weird thing that no one like. Oh, did you hear about like this cat product or something like that? That would be derailing. Like,
Okay.
It says a new report revealed Steve Rogers' cut scene from 2025's Fantastic Four First Steps. Chris Evans, MCU veteran, has been confirmed to return to the superpowered franchise later this year as he bursts back onto the scene in Avengers Doomsday. This will mark the character's first mainline appearance in the series since he, quote, retired from his career of superheroing during 2019's Avengers Endgame. Man, has it been that long? 7 years since Endgame?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, it will be this summer, yeah.
According to one noted insider, though, Steve's MCU return could have come much sooner. Speaking during a recent episode of the Hot Mic podcast, industry veteran John Roca revealed there were initially plans for Chris Evans' OG Avengers to appear. OG Avengers? I think he just meant OG Avenger. To appear in Fantastic Four First Steps post-credit scene, but the moment was ultimately cut from the movie. The scene would have seen the Fantastic Four and Doom ask Steve Rogers to come with them to the MCU in an effort to gain the hero's trust, Rocha divulged. I think that's stupid. Like, why would the Fantastic Four be with Doom?
I don't know.
If the plan is to have like Doctor Doom not have been a supervillain yet, and like they don't know he's evil, and like he's working with them,
like he's their friend Victor Von Doom still, or whatever.
Yeah,
kind of like in the ones we've already seen, like where they were like co-workers or whatever at one point.
Yeah. Okay, the mic is being weird again. Damn it! Bring in Toro. Toro would have been cool. And he's a mutant. Spaceballs 2 is coming. Yeah, I'm disappointed in Spaceballs 2. How are they going to do it without John Candy?
I don't know, dude. Like, I saw History of the World Part 2 that they had on Hulu. That was horrible that Mel Brooks did. It's like, no. I don't know about Spaceballs 2 now. I'm really worried about it.
They actually did a History of the World Part 2. Did they do Jews in space?
I don't think so, no.
Because that was the joke at the end of History of the World, right?
Yeah. I didn't watch the whole thing, to be honest with you. And I started watching it. I think it was like 4 parts. I can't remember. It was bad.
It says, quote, the Fantastic Four and Doom asked Steve Rogers to come with them to the MCU, Earth 616, to help them gain the hero's trust. This was supposedly a post-credit scene in Fantastic Four that got removed. It could still be a scene in the movie. I think they should have just had Chris Evans show up, right? And someone go, "Is that the Human Torch?" And then like Chris Evans turns around, and then you see like the Human Torch flying overhead, right?
Yeah.
That would have been like a fun little Easter egg.
But, yeah, they're cool.
He was not confident in disclosing the exact details of why Doom and the Fantastic Four would be working together, despite being often seen as enemies, but speculated that, quote, maybe they're working together because something Steve did caused a problem in their world. He says, quote, maybe initially they're not enemies. Maybe they're working together because something Steve did caused a problem in their world. They're coming over supposedly to help fix it, but then Doom betrays everyone and backstabs them. This sounds bad. Right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, there's been all kind of speculation as to whether or not Doom is native to the Fantastic Four's universe, like the Doom they're following is the real Doom, right? Obviously, Robert Downey Jr. is playing Doom, so the speculation that he's just an alternate Tony Stark from a different reality, right?
That's the assumption, yeah.
Previously, insider My Time to Shine Hello had reported on a cut Steve Rogers scene from the 2025 film, but it looked notably different. Before First Steps came to the theater, the known Marvel scooper posited that a version of Chris Evans' hero would pop up in a post-credit sequence as a villainous version of his hero known as Nomad. I love how like they posited, right? So a scooper didn't say, hey, this is what I heard. This is just like their theory that they came up with. Like, how are they still a scooper? Like, pretty much it just sounds like they've always just been like, because I could be a scooper and go, hey, I think there's going to be a post-credit scene, and here's what I heard, right? Just add,
right.
Like, I talked to a guy who told me this is what was going to happen.
I'm betting their accuracy rate, like all of these guys, is about 50%.
Man, I
You know
think
what
it's
I mean?
even less. But here's the thing: I think they all do the same thing, right? They go, well, when I heard about this rumor, it was early in development, so they might have changed it, right? They do the yellow
Oh,
flash like back and forth, like it could be like this, but maybe it's like that.
okay.
I'm calling that RDJ is a Doombot. I don't think so. I think my running theory is that we're going to find out that he is Dr. Doom because he doomed the planet because he is Iron Man. And by killing Thanos, by snapping Thanos away with the Infinity Gauntlet, he destroys that reality because they told you that whenever you leave your reality, right? So if you go from 616 to 617, let's say, right? That
Uh-huh.
you draw the two realities together in what's called an incursion, right?
Right.
So when Thanos came from the past to the future, he created another reality, right? Because that Thanos from 616 was killed in the future. This Thanos
Right.
from the past would now be created a new reality, right? And so him being here, his reality, we'll call it 618, right? 618 was then attracted to Thanos and on a collision course with 616. But he killed Thanos, so he could never send Thanos back to his reality to stop the incursion. So the incursion still happened, causing that reality to be destroyed. He doomed the planet, hence his name, Dr. Doom. Then he uses the Infinity Gems to go back to try to fix it, but he can't fix it because it causes a canon event or whatever, like a focal point, right, where you
Right.
can't fix it. And so then he's like, well, if I steal the power of Franklin Richards and other people, then I'll be more powerful than the Infinity Gauntlet. Then I can rewrite the rules of reality and fix the issues that I caused. And
Wow,
how
this is
much
too
will Loki
complicated.
have to do with these realities? Well, maybe Loki is the key. Like maybe he's trying to steal Loki's powers. So he's like powering up so he can go and get Loki's powers, right? Like he's getting more and more powerful, and so he'll be able to face Loki and steal his power to rewrite the reality. Because we know that eventually it goes from what Doomsday to Secret War, and the Secret War they're talking about is the one with Doom being God Emperor. So he has to amass ultimate power at some point, right?
Right.
So, I mean, if they do the whole lame thing where, like, actually Dr. Doom just changed his face using Franklin Richards' powers in order to, like, trick the 616 heroes, I'll be like, oh, that's dumb. That's so stupid, right?
Mm. It'd be a cop out, yeah.
It'd be a huge fucking cop out.
Yeah. The whole thing is just getting too unwieldy. I hope that after Secret Wars, like they thin it out to like one basic timeline, and we can lose all this extra crap.
Yeah, well,
Simplify things, bring in the X-Men a little bit.
I think they are. Hopefully they will combine everything. But again, like the whole Robert Downey Jr. playing Doom, yeah, that was like, oh, like look, everyone's excited. But then like once the excitement wore off and the reality settled in, you go, how are they going to do this? This like sounds really complicated and convoluted. And I think general audiences are going to poo-poo on it. They're going to be like, no, like he's Iron Man. Why is he playing Dr. Doom? Like, what does that mean? Right?
That's fair. I mean, yeah, the normies are going to go, what the fuck?
They go, that doesn't make any sense. Like, and like Marvel has been really weird because they like, on one hand, they'll go like, oh, yes, these two characters are the same character from reality to reality, and they're the same, right? Like, Hugh Jackman played all those different Wolverines in Deadpool, right?
Right.
So you go, oh, so like, oh, different realities, they look the same. But then you go, there's this Spider-Man's Tobey Maguire, and that Spider-Man's Andrew Garfield, and that Spider-Man's Tom Holland. You go, oh, so they're different. And they go, look at Loki. He's like a dude in this reality. He's a black guy in this reality. And you go, oh, so it's just, there's no
He's
rule.
an alligator in this reality?
Yeah, it's just whatever goes, right? Like whatever you want. And so there's no like consistency. In the Marvel universe, there's always been like, even with what ifs, it doesn't go, okay, so what if Spider-Man joined the Fantastic Four and like in this reality, Spider-Man's a black disabled chick? You go, no, it's still Peter Parker. He just joins the Fantastic Four. There's nothing different except for that one moment, right?
Hmm.
And in the MCU, it's like, no, like if in this reality, Andrew Garfield's movies happen, like which are totally different from fucking Tobey Maguire's movies, which are totally different from Tom Holland's movies, which are totally different from the live action movies, which are totally different from the cartoons, which are totally different from the fucking video games, and they're all canon. And you go, that's just stupid. Now it's just all convoluted, right?
Right.
It's simple. Like, what if was so simple because it was like, this is what you know. Here's where the event changed, and it's just evolved, and we just go through this one thread, and everything makes sense, right?
Yeah.
When they started going like, oh no, we're going to incorporate other realities that are completely different, I go, yeah, that was dumb. No, they should have never did it. But what do I know? Ring Rat has dethroned Captain America's title as America's favorite ass. That's America.
That's true.
But I'm rambling on about like my disdain for the multiverse. Let's get back to the art.
Let's get back to the multiverse.
Yeah. This is a far cry from the Fantastic Four post-credit scene fans eventually got. In the final movie, the only stinger present involved a hooded Doom mysteriously appearing in the Richards family living room, looming over the young Franklin. Many had assumed this after-action moment was meant to tee up the masked villain kidnapping the Fantastic Four's newest member, but perhaps it was instead leading into this working together moment that Rocha had alluded to. I don't see how it could, because it looked like he was threatening. Like, they didn't recognize him. Like, he was just like some mysterious hooded guy that showed up in their house. It was a little pedo, like this mysterious guy's in your house trying to approach your kid. So it's a little weird. A
little weird. Don't blackmail him.
Yeah. Fans recently got a taste of Steve Rogers' MCU return in Avengers Doomsday as part of the first ever teaser trailer for the upcoming film. This short film looked focused on a longtime Marvel hero as he lives a tranquil life of retirement alongside his beloved Peggy Carter and their new baby. Are they going to make the baby the Red Skull like in the Ultimates?
Ooh. I don't know. That's an interesting theory. Yeah, it pissed a lot of people off.
I think the babies are going to be the key. I think like Franklin Richards' kid.
Oh, yeah.
Captain America's kid, because Captain America's kid shouldn't exist, so he's an anomaly, and that gives him like special powers or something, right? Like Thor's kid shouldn't exist because remember she was supposed to be dead and she got brought back, so like she's gonna have some like special like thing, like some MacGuffin that's in all of them.
Aren't Wanda's kids back now because of that? I can't remember the witch series there. I can't remember the fuck it was called.
WandaVision?
No, the other one, the spinoff with the dark-haired chick.
Oh,
I can't think.
Agatha.
Of it. Yeah, it was Agatha all along there. Didn't they bring back Wanda's kids? Like, isn't her son the wizard kid or whatever in the MCU again now? Or is he still
Wiccan?
Wiccan, yes, thank you.
But it was weird because they tell you that they are Wanda's kids, but they aren't Wanda's kids. It's like Wanda's kids died, but then like their souls went into these other bodies.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I didn't watch that show either.
And then I think if I remember correctly, the other brother's soul is in his body too, and he was trying to like get a body for it. It was like really weird at the end. Thor's kid is adopted though. She was Gore's daughter. Yeah, she was Gore's daughter, but she was dead. And remember, Gore, like the whole thing was Gore made that wish to bring her back. So I think like the idea that like these are people that shouldn't exist, right? You got like the Wanda's kid shouldn't exist. Captain America's son shouldn't exist, blah, blah, blah. Like, so I think that's going to be like the gimmick. Because instead of like Infinity Stones, like they're gathering the Infinity Children or some shit, like some bullshit convoluted, like they have special energy inside of them.
Right, because they shouldn't exist. Yeah, okay. Gotcha.
That's my working thing. Because, I mean, they highlighted in every trailer there was like some sort of like thing about children, right?
Right.
It says the Fantastic Four and Steve Rogers can next be seen in Doomsday. The new film from Joe and Anthony Russo comes to theaters on December 18th, telling a universe-hopping story of Earth's mightiest heroes taking on the villainous Dr. Doom. If in Doomsday or Secret Wars, if we don't get the Squadron Supreme at some point, I'm going to be so disappointed. If the MCU ends without a live action big screen version of Hyperion, I'm going to be so fucking disappointed. Okay.
Ruh-roh.
I only want 3 things to happen in the MCU. I want to see the Defenders. Okay. I need to see Doctor Strange, the Hulk, Silver Surfer, and Namor team up. I don't care if it's just for like 10 minutes of the movie. We're like, hey, we'll go do this thing, and they just send them together as like a team, right? But the 4 of them teaming up, I need to see that. I need a Defenders team up, right? I need the fucking Squadron Supreme. I'm not a Justice League guy, but for whatever reason, I do love Marvel's version of the Justice League, Squadron Supreme. So fucking awesome. Need those 2 things. And then if I don't get a Beyonder with a Jew-fro, I'm very disappointed. Right? I need my white guy with his curly Jew-fro. With his disco suit. I might actually watch those 2 things. Yeah. I always said that they should have definitely had the Squadron Supreme come out and then like have the Avengers just beat the shit out of them and go, look, we've defeated DC basically, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I would even think about it. They could hire Grant Gustin to play the Wizard, their version of the Flash. Go get fucking Henry Cavill. Obviously, he's open to doing shit, so have him come out as Hyperion. Like, oh, you don't want him as Superman? We'll make him Hyperion. How you like that?
How you like them apples? That wouldn't cost too much money. Not low.
Go get Gal Gadot to play Power Princess. See, get all of them. Get all the actors. Instead of spoiling Steve Rogers' MCU return in the Fantastic Four first steps post-credits scene, it seems Marvel opted to hold the reveal for the first Avengers Doomsday teaser. However, just because this cut Fantastic Four stinger never made into the final film, it does not mean fans will not see that moment come to life on screen in some form. One curious note of Marvel Studios' theatrical post-credit moments over the last couple of projects since Thunderbolts was that they have been scenes pulled directly from Doomsday itself. Thunderbolt saw a Fantastic Four branded rocket enter their reality in the far reaches of space, and Fantastic Four was the Doctor Doom tease with Franklin. So there's a good chance that this cut F4 moment may have also been a scene in the forthcoming Marvel team-up. Man, there's going to be so many fucking characters in Doomsday that it is going to be so crowded. And
those are going to be 3-hour movies, too. You just know it. There's so much stuff. There's so much. I don't know, maybe not. They did it with Endgame and stuff. That was like 3 hours or close to it.
That's true.
2.5, yeah.
And Notice says, I need a Wolverine-led X-Force team movie. That would be good. That'd be good. But yeah, man. Also, I need a Hulk versus Thing fight. That's
yes.
Also on the wish list, right?
That very much is on mine. I would love to see that.
Like right now, like at no point in Marvel's movie history, right? At no point was this ever possible. We finally have reached a point where the Fantastic Four and Hulk can both appear in one movie together, right?
Yeah.
Like I've been denied the Hulk taking on the Avengers pretty much. Like there was a little bit of him and Thor, but like there wasn't really like a whole dedicated like movie to it. But we can have the 2 teams fight each other and the Hulk and the Thing throw down, right?
That'd be badass.
I mean, we got a little bit of Hulk versus Wolverine in the Deadpool movie, and that was badass. So give me my Hulk Thing. Right, that's the classic fight. That is like throughout the years of Marvel, that has always been that one fight that they always go back to, right? Ever since we've crossed paths. And
yeah, that would be great.
So give me that.
We might get it.
Thing never been turned out by Thanos, though. Hulk versus Ben never made sense to me. Well, the Hulk was. When it originally started, right, it was the Hulk was being chased by the government. He was a quote unquote bad guy, right? Like he wasn't seen as a hero by the United States, and so he would cross paths. They'd be like, "Oh, there's the Hulk." So then, like the Fantastic Four would fight him, and then eventually be like, "Oh, he's not bad," and they'd let him go, right? But then over the years, it just became like a friendly rivalry where they would like fight each other, but like it wasn't serious. Like there's times where like they would get together and like have arm wrestling contests with each other, right?
It's like
Hulk
Superman
versus
and Flash
Namor made
racing.
more sense. A Hulk versus Namor fight would also be good, but they've made Namor so weak in the MCU, right? Because actual comic book Namor would not be beat up by Black Panther that easily, right?
Makes sense, yeah.
But Hulk was pretty much always way stronger in every other situation. Yeah, but it's one of those things where like the Hulk started off like a little bit stronger than the Thing, and then over the years he just kept getting stronger and stronger, right?
Right.
But there is that fight. There's a fight when the Thing, he gets hit with extra cosmic radiation, and so he's like extra strong, the Thing, and then the Hulk is the Gray Hulk, and so they fight each other, and the Thing wins. But then the Hulk comes back, and he does this like hit and run tactic on the Thing where he's coming out and like hitting the Thing and then like hiding, and then eventually he holds the Thing's head underwater. He's like, "Bitch, I'm gonna fucking drown you if you don't give up." And he makes the Thing his bitch. It is so good.
Was that a what if, or was that like in the main comic?
No, that's in the main comics.
Damn.
Like the Hulk, the Gray Hulk is meaner than he's not. He's supposed to be like Banner's teenage psyche, rebellious, and so he's weaker physically, but he's smarter than the Green Hulk, and he's got like this mean streak.
Yeah. That's cool.
So, I mean, it's a good fight. Says there have been reports that Dr. Doom's Doomsday Plan will focus on hunting down variants from across the Marvel multiverse who have tampered with the timeline in any significant way. Chris Evans, Steve Rogers would be one of them. But wouldn't the TVA be hunting down Steve Rogers? Why would Dr. Doom be hunting Steve Rogers?
Unless he somehow took over the TVA. I don't know.
That's why I think it makes more sense that it like right now it looks like that he's hunting Steve Rogers, but he's actually after Steve Rogers' kid. Because, again, the kid is an anomaly that shouldn't exist, right?
Right.
So I think that's what's going to happen. It's going to be like, oh, these are like anomalies that shouldn't exist, and he's going to harness the power of anomaly to, like, fix something or whatever. Whatever his goal is going to involve that.
Yeah.
All right. It says, perhaps Doom convinces the Fantastic Four to join him on a trip across reality under the guise of some noble cause, only for him to flip a villainous switch at one point in the upcoming movie, taking out a character like Steve Rogers and becoming the movie's big bad that fans expect him to be. Again, that sounds stupid because Reed Richards wasn't willing to give up his son to save the universe, so I don't see how he would be willing to like go along with any plan to like, hey, we need to go like stop this guy. For some reason, right? This guy who's totally not a villain.
Right.
Are you excited for Doomsday, Latoy?
So, I mean, it's a big event. I want to see it, but Marvel's lost its luster.
Clinic.
Yeah, there you go.
His cosmic abortion clinic. You should not exist. I'm going to abort you. What do they say? What is it? A 24-month abortion? Like we should legalize 24-month abortions?
Oh, Jesus.
All
Are
right.
you excited to see it?
I'm excited. I am. By the way, I just ended this poll. I asked people, are they CG? Are you CG? I was curious if our audience is mainly CG. And it looks like 73% said yes. 27% said no.
Nice.
60 votes almost, 59 votes. That's nice. We got a nice mix here. If you're not CG right now, you will be by the end of this. Trust me. Okay. We're gonna make you CG with my powers. I'm gonna adopt everyone. I have you ever seen Nacho Libre? You ever see that movie?
Years ago. Like
all right, there's a scene in Nacho Libre where he walks up to Esqueleto with a bowl of water and just dunks his head in there. And he goes, yeah, felicidades. He baptizes him like behind his back. He's like, boom, baptized. I'm gonna do that to each one of you. You're not gonna be looking, and I'm just gonna boom, you're baptized. You're now CG. You're now one of us. Okay, that's how it works. So be prepared. That's what I'm saying. To join the fight against the mainstream. I'm saying this because I'm trying to get this page to come up, and this campaign page is not coming up. Fund My Comics,
no.
love you, but you sometimes are so. But hey, have you guys heard of Fembat? Forget Batman. We want some Fembats. I love this. Like this image is just like Fembats, bazooka tits just pointed up at the sky. Fembats ready to rock. It's groovy, baby.
Yeah, baby. Yeah.
Apex Comics. I gotta ask him what he used for this. Is this like AI? Did he draw those?
That's a good question.
Look at this. Love the imagery. Love the fucking art. It has that like very indie black and white old school art style.
Yep.
Bam. I also like the colors, the black and gold. Black and gold, baby. Fighting these vampires. Go-go dancer turned vampire.
That's right. The quest to regain her humanity. With those big tits.
You gotta have them. The tits are very necessary to the plot. Very plot-centric. All right. Guys, adventure, horror, action, and intrigue. 56 pages, Fembat, only from Apex Comics. Support Fembat. Become a backer now. Right now, it's at $2,374.75. It is 54 backers. It hit its goal, but we can get it higher. We can get it higher. You can get this lovely, look at this Dan Lawless cover. Let me scroll down so you can see a better image of it, a bigger. Look at that. Look at that. The art of Dan Lawless. Flawless Dan Lawless. And look at the coloring on this, the lighting, the way like this looks like this like latex velvet.
Exactly.
Like
yeah.
Man.
The way the light reflects off of that, that's so cool.
Yeah. Like because you can see like
real.
the way it reflects off of the mask versus the black parts, like you can see like the black part looks like that like rubber, but then the mask has that like metal sheen to it, right? The coloring on this is fantastic, and just look at all that booty. Spoiler alert: Dan was looking in the mirror when he drew this. That's Dan's booty. So you're all gay now.
You're welcome.
But anyway, so look at that. Some little fan art. That's nice. I like that. Are some of these look new? Because I don't remember seeing all of these on here before. Has he been adding new fan art, or am I just retarded?
I think he has been, yeah. I know he's gotten a lot of it, so I wouldn't be surprised.
I mean, Fembat is a very interesting character. It's probably very fun. If I could draw, I probably would draw Fembat because it looks like a fun character, right? And then what else has he got available? He also got for $7 Enforcer Inc. versus Devastator. Look at that. I love this. This got this very Avengers look to the cover, right?
Oh, yeah.
Or maybe even, I would say maybe even X-Men. That looks almost like Beast. Like how when Beast used to be running on the front of their covers.
Yeah, okay.
Don't humor me.
I'm trying to picture it in my head, but like I said, I'm a DC guy.
So here's the story. Olivia Del Rey, no relation to Lana Del Rey, was a young go-go dancer living in Seattle in 1968. One night at her dance club where she works, a tall, dark, and mysterious stranger offered her wine on her break and seduced her. Dun, dun, dun. He's like, hey, would you like some wine? I would like to seduce you. How would you seduce a go-go dancer in the 1968? Toy.
I'm sorry, did you ask me a question? I couldn't hear you. It was like garbled on my end again. Not sure what's going on.
I said, how would you, if you were the one out there going to seduce the fembat, how would you do it? What would your play be? Just offered her some wine. Now you're seducing her. What's the play?
I'm sorry, man. I can't hear you.
Am I really with Quaaludes? Are you fucking with me? You're like, oh man, seducer? I don't know what you're talking about. I can't hear you. Can't hear anything you're saying. Go Bill Cosby style. Slip her some Quaaludes. She discovered her vampiric change the next day. Unable to soak in the sun's rays, see her reflection in the mirror and attend Catholic mass upsets her and her vows to kill the one who bit her. Look at that. And we got protagonist Olivia Del Rey. Took 50 plus years of adventures in searching for the menace who violated her life and she made friends along the way. Professor Nigel Emery created the fembat seductive battlesuit to fight vampires and other supernatural monsters. He monitors her movement. So the suit was created. She's got like an Iron Man suit created by Professor Nigel. Autoy's back. What's up, Autoy? Can you hear me now?
Okay. Yeah. Like, I don't know if it's a streaming thing and like it's just the audio on my end because I checked my headphones and my cords and everything. It's like they wouldn't cause it to robot anyway, but I don't know.
Autoy fanboy was doing a DG. Well, yeah, I know. Like I kept going, hey, how do you seduce her? And you're like, what? I can't hear you. Seduce her, Autoy. How would you seduce her? You're like, oh man, I just for whatever.
Yeah, sorry.
It was a
would
good
definitely
bit though. It was a good bit.
you.
I'll admit that. How to seduce her? Just ignore her. That works. That works.
That works.
Seductive battlesuit, is it self-lubricating? Always. Got to lubricate those drilled titties. Got to keep them nice and running.
Just ask Diddy.
Igor Van Saint, near immortal monster hunter, teamed up with Nigel Emery with hunting monsters in the late 1800s, early 20th century. Helps fembat in her first adventure. And of course, we got Clay, the cigar-chomping gargoyle, provides comic relief with his brash attitude. And they got to fight. The antagonist are the death dealer, Edmund Coral, is the overlord to the bat demons and fembat's first enemy. The bat demons are supernatural hunters of innocent prey. With one bite, they can turn them into vampires. They're subservient to the death dealers. And of course, Baxter, vampire who tried to carry off a young woman from the dance club, but was thwarted by fembat. So look at that. You get a free bookmark and fembat trading card of Dan Lawless. Look at that. The Dan Lawless trading card. If you get them up to 2,500, you get the fembat fan art collage poster.
Cool.
If you get them all the way up to 4,000, he's adding 8 more pages to the book.
God damn.
I wonder how that's going to work. Did he send any of these out?
No.
It hasn't gone out yet?
No. I haven't gotten mine yet. I don't think he's gotten
Is there an
it back
update on this campaign? Update. He's selling books. So it doesn't look like he's talking about going out yet. Because it would be weird if like he sent it out and then like for whatever reason it raised 4,000. He's like, oh, I added 8 more pages. Let me send you those 8 additional pages that I owe you now.
No.
Like, oh man, my bad. I didn't realize. I really didn't think this one through. I gotta go back and give you 8 pages.
Yeah, I'm psyched about the trading card. Because I don't like actively collect cards, but I've gotten a bunch of great ones with my CG books. So much so I had to go out and get like a sheet to put them in and everything. Crazy. Good stuff.
Ignoring them makes them want me, but then it makes it hard to fuck them. I know it's a double-edged sword. You got to ignore them, but just enough. It's just enough. Speaking of ignoring people, have you been ignoring James Gunn? Because he apparently has hired somebody who's very controversial for the DCU's new Batman. And I know
Batman or to like direct the movie, or what? What are we talking about?
I don't know. It just says James Gunn defends his controversial DCU Batman hire. James Gunn's latest DCU decision has upset some fans, but he's standing his ground. James Gunn is going to play Batman in the new DCU, and his brother is going to be Alfred. That's what I have a feeling.
Christina Hodson.
Christina Hodson's hiring as the writer for DC Studios' Batman: The Brave and the Bold sparked immediate controversy among DC fans. The screenwriter, known for penning The Flash and Birds of Prey,
Wow,
yeah,
the Flash movie. I'm assuming we're talking, not the Flash TV show.
yeah, I'm assuming the Flash movie and Birds of Prey,
Oof, that's a sticker.
which Birds of Prey was pretty bad, right?
Yeah. The short-lived TV show from the 90s is great, though. Like the girl that plays Oracle, she was in Starship Troopers. She was the hot one, the athletic one. What the fuck? Name starts with a D. I'm blanking on it. But anyway, she played Oracle.
Yeah.
It was great.
Man, so this chick has written for Shut In, which was a 2016 movie.
Dizzy, yes, thank you.
She wrote for Unforgettable, which was a 2017 movie. Then she wrote for she's the writer on Bumblebee.
Oh, God.
And Birds of Prey, and then, the Flash movie.
Mm.
So, I mean, she's got a great track record, I guess.
Maybe she's due for a win. I don't know.
I don't know. There's got to be something to it. Like, is it a favor? Does he owe her a favor? Because, man, again, like when you're talking about like things that should be happening, like if she was successful, I wouldn't care. Like, she made like 2 hit movies, right? Even if I didn't like the movie personally, I could still recognize, that's a hit movie. Like other people liked it. But they go, that was a universally panned movie. Like, like why? Magic says Trump for 2028. Hell yeah. Trump for life, baby. Anyway. Says the screenwriter known for penning The Flash and Birds of Prey drew criticism on social media following reports confirming her involvement with the upcoming DCU film. James Gunn, co-CEO of DC Studios, came to Hodson's defense days after the news broke, making his position clear about the writer's qualifications. I mean, he hired her, so I don't think he's going to come out and be like, she sucks.
I just hired her, and she sucks.
Yeah, she's terrible. I don't know what I was thinking that day. The Hollywood Reporter broke the news on January 21st that Hodson would write the screenplay for The Brave and the Bold, the DC's introduction of Batman and his son, Damian Wayne, as Robin. I think this is a very stupid choice, right?
What, Damian?
Yeah, I mean, how are you going to jump? Like, so this is into the DCU, right? This isn't like an animated movie or like some one-off somewhere. Like, this is DCU proper. And you're going to go, well, here's Batman, and then here's Damian. You go,
and here's New 52 Robin Damian. Yeah, I know.
And you go, so exactly how far along is Batman in his career? What has happened? So is there a Robin? Does Tim Drake exist? Does Dick Grayson exist? Did Todd?
Right.
That was his name, Todd. I was going to say Todd McFarlane.
Jason Todd.
Yeah, why did I think Todd was his first name? Fuck. Right, like did all that stuff happen? The Talia al Ghul stuff. What's up with Ra's al Ghul? Does the Joker exist? Like how? Like again, like there's so many things. Like it would be like starting Spider-Man off with like you go, oh by the way, Spider-Man is Ben Reilly. He's the clone. You go, what? Like so what does this mean for Spider? Like he's the clone. So clearly, a bunch of shit has happened that we're just not going to tell you about, right?
Yeah. I don't know, man.
I mean, it was bad enough when they had the Green Lantern be Guy Gardner. Because, again, you go like, well, there's so much that happened before Guy Gardner becomes the Green Lantern. You go, So did that happen, or are you like going out of order? Was Guy Gardner the first Green Lantern?
I guess the new Lantern show is like very TVMA because Nathan Fillion was saying he said fuck more times in the first 5 minutes of that show than he did like his entire career as an actor.
Yeah.
Like it's going hard, and it's going to be. I think they're going to introduce the Black Hand as like a big overall DCU villain. So, but we'll see.
They're gonna go straight to the Blackest Night.
Yes. Well, eventually, but pretty quick. Yeah.
That will not feel like what I think of as the Brave and the Bold. Yeah, no, Brave and the Bold is supposed to be like fun and like campy. That's the vibe I get.
Yeah, it's supposed to be. It always was back in the day.
But yeah, like I said, like this is why I think James Gunn is like he's making a lot of mistakes. He wants to go Superman is the start of the superhero universe, but actually not really, because look at all these other superheroes that exist, but actually like none of them actually matter because no one talks about them. But actually the Justice Gang exists, but actually they suck, right? Like he wants to have his cake and eat it too, right?
I know what you mean, yeah.
He should have just introduced all like he should have said, okay, so Superman happens, but also at the same time the Hal Jordan becomes the Green Lantern. That's happening simultaneous while Batman is just becoming Batman, right? Like you can make all those movies independent in the same DCU and just say like these events are happening within weeks of each other, but like in different cities, right? So that's why like, oh, Superman isn't interacting with Batman because he's in Gotham, he's in Metropolis, and these events happen more or less simultaneously, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you could even like show like say Superman movie happens, and then during the Batman movie, like on a TV screen is a report of like in Metropolis, this mysterious Superman is taking something like that's in the background. So you go, oh, so it's happening at the same time, right?
Yeah, you could do that. Easy, set up the timeline. Yeah.
But like this, like oh, all this shit happened, and there's like all this hidden history. It's like he's like shotgunning his way into like a Justice League, and that's what the problem was with the first Justice League. Was like none of the characters were fleshed out or felt fully developed, and they just go boom, Justice League. Like we gave you Superman, and Batman, Justice League. You're like, oh, that was fast. Like
they need to do basically 7, origin story movies before they did that, and they didn't even come close. They did 1.
Now, you Super J says Brave and the Bold is a team-up book. Team-up books are just fan service. They're supposed to be fun. How about not announcing projects without a finished script? That too. If they're doing Damian, just call it Batman and Son and adapt Grant Morrison storyline.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
But again, like I think starting with Damian is like there's so much Batman history. Like, are we gonna go back at any point? Is Dick Grayson just going to show up as fucking Nightwing with no explanation?
Yeah, I know. Like, for me, it's no big deal, but, like, if you're a normie, you're not going to know, like, who Nightwing is and the whole backstory and why he's so cool. And, yeah.
Like, the whole Bat family's just going to be there. He's like,
right.
I would like to introduce you to my son, Damian. Hi, Nightwing, Red Hood, Robin.
Well, I think he's supposed to be, like, an older Bruce, right? Like old man Bruce, but like well into his career as Batman in this version, I think.
That's so dumb. Like, because Superman's young. I want all the characters should be more or less around the same age. So again, like they have these adventures. There's like years of story. Like, no, he's like old man Batman. You're like, oh, why is old man Batman hanging out with young fucking Justice
Clark
League?
Kent? Yeah.
Like the whole dynamic of Clark and Bruce, like we're not gonna get like what we want.
Right. They're like, yeah, exactly.
The decision immediately drew sharp reaction from fans who pointed to her previous DC credits. The Flash, released in 2023, lost Warner Brothers over $200 million at the box office and became one of the biggest superhero flops in history. Birds of Prey grossed $205.5 million globally against a reported production budget of $82, falling well short of the $250-300 million needed to break even. I'm shocked that budget was so low on Birds of Prey. That doesn't sound like
no. Gross 205.
Well,
but that's not taken into account like all the press and stuff like that. That's going to add a big chunk too. But still, that's pretty low.
Yeah, according to Wikipedia, it's 82 to 100 million as the budget is what's listed.
Okay.
I think 100 million sounds like it makes more sense. And
Yeah.
I do. They also they omitted in this article anyway. They omitted the fact that Birds of Prey was announced as was it like the emancipation of Harley Quinn. Like they really were like pushing the Harley Quinn.
Yeah, they're supposed to. Yeah, it's basically a Harley Quinn movie as opposed to a Birds of Prey movie.
So Gunn addressed the criticism directly in a post on Threads, where he regularly interacts with fans, defending Hodson's abilities and collaborative nature. Says, quote, I will only say anyone maligning Christina Hodson's screenwriting skill has almost certainly never read an actual screenplay by Christina Hodson. So what you're saying is she wrote a good screenplay and then they just bungled it when they turned it into a movie? Is that the claim he's trying to make? Right?
Sure. Yeah.
It's a bold move there, Cotton.
Yeah.
She's one of the writers who was with us early in the DCU planning stages. Oh, that you're really selling us on this. Hey, you know when people are criticizing the movie sucking, turns out that this chick has been in the writer's room the whole time. You know, the one that made that really shitty Birds of Prey movie in The Flash?
Would you like to know more?
Yeah, you're really selling me on this, James Gunn. I don't think you can judge my writing based on films others directed, as massive liberties are sometimes taken. So see, he's blaming the directors. He's like, oh, she wrote a really good script, but actually the director just fucked it all up. It was the director's fault. Who directed The Flash?
No idea.
Let me see. The Flash was directed by Andy Muschietti. Muschietti. Isn't he like a really good director?
Yeah, I think so. I click out and see what else he did, I guess.
Muschietti did It Chapter 2, It, Mama.
So yeah, he's got big movies. More in the horror category, but still.
He directed Welcome to Deary, 4 episodes.
Wow, so he's really invested in it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they probably like contractually obligated when he was signed to direct it, right?
Gotcha.
Which is good though, because then it has a, it's not all over the place as far as style. Like the same style of It Chapter 2 and It Welcome to Deary are all the same director. So you go, oh yeah, that makes sense. Like it flows better.
Right. It'll feel more connected, more organic. Yeah.
His Batman scenes in Flash were peak. Andy something, the same guy that did the It remakes. How important is Brave and the Bold for the DCU? I think it's very important. The Brave and the Bold carries immense weight for DC Studios' future. The film will introduce DCU's official Batman, completely separate from Robert Pattinson's version and Matt Reeves' The Batman films. I think this is a bad idea, continuing the Matt Reeves films, but also doing a DCU Batman. Again, like for us, we could follow this and we could accept it. Like for normies, they're gonna be like, wait a minute, is this like where's Superman in this one? How come like where did Robin go? You're like, no, it's a different universe. Like what? Like
right.
And I think it'd be an oversaturation. Like if the Batman 2 flops, that's gonna like lead to people not wanting to go see the Brave and the Bold, right? Like
yeah.
And the same thing, like if the Brave and the Bold does bad, that'll like keep people from wanting to see a Batman 3 if there is the Batman 3, right?
Have they even started filming on the Batman 2 yet?
I don't think so.
They have. No, that's what I'm saying. Like, so we're so dumb. Like, people are gonna forget about that first one by the time the second one comes out. And it's already been 3-4 years since that movie came out. 3 years. I don't know.
I want to say it was more.
I'm trying to make you look stuff up.
2022. So it's like, it's almost 4 years.
Yeah. Yep. So by the time it comes out, it's gonna be at least another 2. So it'll be 6 years between movies. Fuck that. If you're gonna do
I
a new
mean, they
Batman,
did
then just do
the.
a new Batman.
It says the Batman Part 2 is scheduled for release on October 1st, 2027.
Okay.
And that's scheduled for release. That's not like
Right,
No.
that can be pushed back at any time. Which they pushed Lanterns back, that was supposed to come out, like in January or February, and they pushed it back to like August.
did they isn't it filmed though? Like why would
Yeah,
why
it's in
would
the can, but I guess they did reshoots in October, so they weren't technically done. So they were touching it up some more, and now it's not coming out until late summer, which I'm assuming means August.
Oh, that doesn't bode well.
No, and Green Lantern's my favorite hero. I know I'm a Kyle Rayner guy. Make fun of me if you want. But
No, he's the Mexican Green Lantern, so I'm right there with you.
all right. See, we're all right. That's why we
Also,
go.
I think Kyle Rayner, if I remember correctly, isn't he the one that has like more imagination, like 'cause he's like an artist
Yeah.
or whatever?
He was an artist, right? Yep. Where his are like big and crazy, whereas John, he was an architect, so his are very, structural and very intricate and stuff. It's I like Green Lantern.
Apex says I fell asleep 3 times watching the Batman. Yeah, it wasn't great. There were some scenes that were pretty decent, but overall, and I hated what they did with the Riddler, because the Riddler is my favorite when it comes to Batman villains. Right, I love the Riddler. I used to watch the Adam West Batman show, and Frank Gorshin.
Oh, me
as
too.
The Riddler always was like that was my favorite guy. Right. I like his look. I like that suit where he's got like the suit. He's got the little fucking bowler hat and the cane. Like there's just something fucking slick about that. And it's like, no.
Yep. No, I agree.
It says blah blah blah. Based on Grant Morrison's acclaimed comic book run, the story follows Bruce Wayne discovering he has a son, Damian Wayne, who was raised in secret by the League of Assassins. Again, like this is starting so far in the Batman timeline. You have to
Oh yeah.
You're gonna have to introduce who Batman is, then you're gonna have to introduce who the fucking League of Assassins are, right? To make it make sense. Like, how did he have a son? And like, why is this like
Who's Ra's al Ghul? Who's Talia al Ghul? Who's
like why is he called Robin? Oh, because it was previous Robin, so he's like the new Robin. Like, oh, who's the previous Robin? Like,
right.
where's Tim Drake? Right? Like,
Yeah. It's true. And what are they going to call Tim Drake? Is he going to be Red Robin? Is he going to be Drake? Is he going to be just
it's gonna be Red Robin, like the hamburger place. Red Robin, yum.
Yum. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it's so stupid. Just start at. Why can't you just start at the beginning? You don't need Crime Alley. We could skip the Crime Alley. Everyone knows
Right.
his parents got murdered, right? But just have him start off like this is like year 1 Batman or whatever.
Or like his first year with Robin. Something. You could jump ahead a little.
Nah, I think you need to introduce Batman, and then even if you end it with like where he finds Robin, or like the Robin thing happens during the course of the movie, and then by the end, he's adopting Robin, right?
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. I can live with that.
But I'm saying, like, you got to like introduce him, give him that way you flesh out Batman. So the second movie you could flesh out Robin better, right?
Yeah.
Says Gunn described the film during the 2023 DCU presentation as, quote, the introduction of the DCU Batman, Bruce Wayne, and also introducing our favorite Robin, Damian. Our favorite Robin? I don't know if that's everyone's favorite Robin.
No way.
I think Dick Grayson's probably everyone's like.
Yeah.
I think if
Hands
he took a
down.
vote,
It's got to be Dick Grayson.
yeah.
Definitely Jason Todd. Everybody voted to kill him.
No, actually, I heard that was a lie. Like one guy, like somehow hacked into the systems and just made a bunch of calls to kill Jason Todd. And
The 900 number or whatever it was.
Yeah, like he had like a robocaller that called the number.
Yeah. Oh my god, that's nuts. I didn't know that.
Yeah, that just came out like a couple years ago. I want to say.
Okay.
Like, wait, turns out like the dude like robocalled, and that's why like Jason Todd was killed. But I think like Dick Grayson for most people, but maybe this generation would say Tim Drake, because I think Tim Drake has been used more in the like Teen Titans Go, and I know he's in the Teen Titans
okay.
series.
Okay.
So I think they might be more familiar with Tim Drake. So I think it'd be close between the two of them, right? But yeah, like Jason Todd, Damian Wayne, Stephanie Brown.
I forgot about Stephanie. Yeah.
I think they will be way down on the list.
Yeah.
Right? It'd be like 40% Tim Drake, 45% Dick Grayson, and then 5% between the other three.
Yeah.
He humorously described Damien as, quote, a little son of a bitch assassin murderer, revealing that Batman didn't know Damien existed for the first 8 to 10 years of his life.
That's right.
So that means Batman has been around for 8 to 10 years at the very least, right?
Yeah.
That's insane. So, like, where was Batman? Like, why is Batman not in the Justice Gang? Like, where's Batman during the Superman movie? During Peacemaker? Where's Batman during Peacemaker?
Right, that, yeah. Because I think Bruce is going to be, like, right around 40 years old, I think, in this movie. I have a feeling.
In Denny O'Neil and Neil Adams' Batman stories, it was Ra's al Ghul's League of Assassins. Yeah. So, yeah, I think, again, this is, like, crazy. Greatest detective in the world has a kid hidden from him. Bullshit. He went out to get bat smoke and never came back.
Right. That's really good. I never thought of it that way.
Yeah. It's just crazy that Batman wouldn't know. All right, what else we got going? So it says the film explores the beginnings of the Bat family in the DCU, focusing on how's this the beginnings of the Bat family? So are we really skipping all the other Robins?
Yes.
No, when I mean skipping, like they don't exist.
No, they got to. If
It says it explores the beginnings of the Bat family. He just finds out that he has a son, and that begins the Bat family, which would imply that he doesn't have a Bat family prior.
Oh, Jesus, I hope that's not the case.
Right, again, maybe I'm just reading it autistically, but that's what.
Or it's just poorly worded.
Yeah.
It could just be poorly worded. Yeah.
Focusing on the unusual father-son dynamic between Batman and a child trained as an assassin. This version of Batman will have 3 distinct characteristics and has never appeared in live action, raising the stakes considerably. Batman stands alongside Superman as DC's most iconic character. The success of his DCU introduction could determine the trajectory of the entire franchise. Fans understand his importance, which explains their high expectations and demands for the best creative team handling DC's flagship hero. And that's why they said, hey, the chick that wrote fucking Flash, we're going to put her on there.
Yeah.
It's insane.
Wow.
What else to say? Andy Muschietti, who directed The Flash, remains attached to direct The Brave and the Bold. Okay, so this is retarded. Okay? I want you to follow me on this journey, Antoy. You ready for this?
I'll give it my best.
This chick, what the hell's her name? I already forgot her name. Christina Hodson wrote The Flash. Okay? The Flash lost all kind of money. Okay?
It did.
Now, that movie was considered pretty bad by a lot of people. Okay?
Yes. Yep.
James Gunn said, hey, Christina Hodson's good. She writes the best fucking screenplays. You can't judge her work because she didn't direct those movies, right? Implying that the directors fucked up her vision for the movie, right?
Right. But
Andy Muschietti directed The Flash.
Right.
So the guy that fucked up Christina Hodson's vision on The Flash is the guy who's directing Christina Hodson's vision on Batman. The Brave and the Bold?
On fucking Batman. Yeah.
So the guy you blamed for why the movie sucked because it wasn't her script, it was the director, but you're hiring that director to direct the movie with her, like that makes no sense.
No.
I can't square that hole. I can't square that peg, right?
Right. No. That sounds awful.
Yeah. Andy Muschietti, who directed The Flash, remains attached to direct Brave and the Bold, another decision that drew fan criticism. However, Muschietti recently silenced doubters with his work on HBO's It, Welcome to Deary. The series became a critical and commercial hit, proving that past missteps don't always define a filmmaker's capabilities. Well, again, he directed the other two It movies, so I would figure he would know how to direct an It TV show, right?
Right.
The same logic applies to Hodson. Her screenplay for Bumblebee demonstrated her ability to craft emotionally resonant character relationships within big budget action franchises. I don't think a lot of people were talking good about Bumblebee. Was like Bumblebee a highly regarded movie?
I don't think so. I don't know. Maybe with younger viewers, maybe it clicked with, like a certain age demographic or something. I don't know.
I think the only thing I remember about hearing about it was the John Cena thing in it, right?
Mm.
Wasn't there like a post-credit scene or something?
I think so. I haven't seen it in so long. My memory is so bad.
I know Haley Steinfeld was in the movie. Bumblebee made $468 million on a $135 million budget. So I mean,
that's pretty good. Yeah.
But I just don't remember ever hearing like any like people talking about it. Like it was just like, yeah, it's a Transformers movie, right? It's like,
yeah, like with all the Transformers movies, ever since like the first one, it was like, oh, there's a new one out. Yeah, I'll wait till it's on video.
Yeah.
That's what I usually did. I kind of like the Beast Wars one though, with the animal ones and shit. That was pretty good.
I haven't seen that one. That's how like I watched like the first couple of Transformer movies and then I just kind of checked out.
Yeah, I go on like things are like, oh, I'll watch I want a theme thing to watch movies for a day, and then I'll say, oh, I'll watch Transformers or something, and watch like 3 of them. And I forget about it for like 5 years. But yeah, I like the Beast Wars one. It was fun.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't know any of that lore anyway, so whatever they fucked up, I didn't know about it. So
I know all the lore, and that's why I hate all this shit. It always pisses me off. That's why I'm really like on the fence about the whole He-Man, right? Because I'm like, man, like I really know the lore. I know a lot of the lore of He-Man. I grew up with He-Man, right?
I kind of know it. Like it was like I wasn't playing with toys at that point. Like I had aged out, but my brother still collected those, and I watched the cartoon, of course. Everybody watched that.
Oh yeah.
But so I know some of it, but I don't know like all the nitty gritty. That's for sure.
Says the film succeeded precisely because it focused on the bond between a young person and their protector, the exact dynamic at the heart of Brave and the Bold. Hodson's experience writing complex father figure relationships and her involvement in DCU's foundational planning stages suggests she understands the vision Gunn and Safran want to achieve. I have my doubts.
Yeah.
He-Man looks way better than the DBZ or Gem live action movies. I will never watch those two movies. Man, I was so disappointed in Gem. Again, I was a big Gem fan. I like the she got the pink hair, so obviously Tony was really interested in Gem. And she's outrageous. I mean, Gem is outrageous. She's truly outrageous, right? So
that's right.
I was very excited for that, and then it just turned into something weird. It was just Gem in name only. So bad.
That's too bad.
All right. Let's run on over and go check out some comic books. What should we promote next? Toy.
Oh, I don't know. What links have we got? What sounds good? You know which ones I'm always pushing. So.
What are you pushing? What are you pushing this week?
I'm always pushing Saturn Head because I'm a big Baz fan. I like Cephas still has this storefront open, and it's going to be shipping soon because that's back from the printer.
Is it?
So yeah, so Cephas is coming soon. Like Ben DM'd me. He's like, dude, I sent everybody the PDF so you can just read it. I'm like, no. I'm an old man. I like to read it physical first. I said, I'll wait for the book. He's like, okay, that's cool. Yeah. So shout out to Ben Soto.
You Super J says, we are the misfits. Our songs are better. Yeah, I mean, that whole thing was great back in the game. Love me some Gem. See, this is what happens when I go to Fund My Comics. Look. Where's my?
It starts at the bottom. Yeah, I don't know. It does that when I do it too.
So you gotta like refresh it and like hope that it fucking loads. Then I get this screen. Like this is fantastic. Like, guys, go get Cephas because look how great the comic looks. There we go. Ben Soto at Halloween Head Comics. It's got 47 backers, $1,243. He's 166% of his goal, but you guys can get him just a little bit higher. And as we heard, the digital is $5. You can get yourself a digital copy. $15 for either cover A or B. I love the cover A, the hand
cover A, baby.
And the first 50 backers will receive a limited edition trading card. So you're still with it. Look at that. The next 3 backers will just squeeze in and get themselves that trading card, right?
Hell yeah.
So
more trading cards. Love it.
And this art is fantastic. I love the art. I love the colors. I love the purple hues, right? It invokes that like nighttime atmosphere and that like dark and mysterious. This is what you can do with colors, right? Like, obviously trees aren't purple, but you like, it's nighttime, and the way the light reflects, and you give it this purple hue, right? And it gives it like a different feel.
Yeah.
So, you know, they've done a good job. Who's the colorist on this?
Ben.
Is he? Ben, yeah, he is the colorist. So he fucking fantastic. Mario Williams is the artist, did a great job. Keith Gleason is the letterer. Ben Soto is the writer/colorist. Fantastic coloring job. Fantastic. And like I said, I do love the art. The art's great. And then see how like boom, how it changes. Like now we got the browns for the trees, right? But here in these like early shots where you're getting like the moonlight and it's dark, so you're getting like those shadows are casting on the trees. I love it. Little subtleties, right? Little subtleties like that. Cannot say enough good things about Cephas.
Yep,
So,
and the wait won't be long for this. We'll be back it.
Yeah.
Which is awesome.
This shot here, like a Batman type shot, sit on the roof, got the moonlight, it's looking down on the city.
Very cool.
Very cool. Then of course, boom, look at these nasty looking vampires. Almost like trolls. People getting pulled apart, slaughtered, arms getting ripped off. And of course, you got these badass werewolves.
That's my favorite part, man. Look at them fucking things.
This art is just fucking fantastic. So yeah, back it today, back it often, back it early. Don't forget, 3 of you can be getting those cards. You Super J says this looks great. It is. Colors look good, say Apex. Yeah, it's fucking great. It's also the contrast between the green and magenta. Look at that. The numbers definitely should be higher. Gotta get them numbers up. These are rookie numbers. Gotta get them up.
Yeah, I love the concept too. Yeah, I mean, like the way he's like he gets scarred by the sun, and it forms an armor. That's so cool. Great idea.
All right. We were just talking about Masters of the Universe. Will Orko make his live-action debut in Masters of the Universe? New rumor reveals an answer. What do you think? I think Orko has to show up. Orko is like integral to the history of fucking He-Man, right? He was there. He saved a young Adam and
in the
sent him
cartoon,
on his path to become He-Man. To
in
deny
like the
him.
original comic books and stuff, he wasn't in it, Orko, but he was in the cartoon. And he's a huge part of the cartoon. And they eventually did make an action figure for him and stuff.
I got the Orko action figure.
Ooh, nice. I think he's got to be in it though. He was such a huge part of the cartoon. He's got to be.
I'm hoping. I know Liam would be very disappointed if Orko is not in there, right? And I think, if I remember correctly, I think the original Orko action figure had like a little rolling action. Right?
Yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now. He had a little. Here, let me share this tab. So you would put this thing inside of him, and then you would pull it, rip it, and it would make the fucking wheels go.
Yep.
And I had these discs. I never remembered what they were from, but now that I'm seeing that they come with this toy, like now I know that that's where they're from, right?
Crazy.
So spun around, yeah, little Orko. All right, let's go back. It says Orko was missing from the 1987's Masters of the Universe movie, but will fans' favorite Trollian make his long-awaited live-action debut this summer's reboot, starring Nicholas Galitzine? Despite some modern updates, the live-action Masters of the Universe movie looks very much like the classic 1980s cartoon come to life. However, of all the reveals we got in the first trailer, there was one notable omission: Orko. This beloved character, a magical being from the planet Trolla, wasn't originally developed for the franchise's toy line. Instead, he was created by Filmation to provide comic relief in the He-Man and the Masters of the Universe animated series. I didn't even know that. I guess that's why he wasn't in the original.
Like their comic books and stuff, yeah. Yep.
It says, when the show became a hit, Orko got his own action figure and has remained a major part of Masters of the Universe ever since. However, he was missing from the 1987 live-action movie due to budgetary constraints and the challenges that came with creating a believable CGI or puppet character at the time. Do you know what I found out just recently, Hot Toy?
What's that?
Just recently, I found out that there is apparently there was a contest in the 80s to win a part on the Masters of the Universe movie. And some kid won it. And there's a character called Pig Boy that was created for this kid. And he's just like dressed up in a Pig Boy mask. And he hands the staff to, the Havoc staff goes to Skeletor in one of the scenes. And apparently, like, so certain versions of the film, like, they cut out his scene. So, like, you don't even see him in the movie.
Oh, that sucks.
And so it's so fucking weird because it's like he's in it, right? But like you don't even know it half the time until like his scene is cut out, and like I didn't realize that, right? Like I had no fucking clue that this kid was in the movie. And then I guess they eventually make that character into like more important in the later He-Man stuff. But I just found that out.
Interesting.
Yeah. It says, in Orko's place was Gwildor, played by Billy Barty, who definitely has his fair share of fans. However, the hope is that the new Masters of the Universe will right the wrongs of the past with Orko's long-awaited live-action debut. Man, that movie was so fucking bad. Like, it wasn't even a He-Man movie. It was a Courtney Cox teenage romance with He-Man sprinkled in, right?
Yeah. It was really bad. Like, really bad. Everyone was so disappointed.
Well, we have an update from Hemania.com. According to the site, quote, it takes a while for him to show up, but yes, Orko does in fact appear in a new Masters of the Universe movie. It is a great moment, but it doesn't last extremely long. So Orko just shows up, does some Orko shit, and then just gets out. Doesn't elaborate further.
Wow. Just shows up, drops a little Orko, and leaves.
Yeah. It sounds like more of an extended cameo than anything else, but we're sure this news will come as a relief to longtime He-Man fans among you. As a bonus, we've also included some promo art of the villainous Triclops below for your viewing pleasure. What this means is the article wasn't long enough to get enough ads in, so we added a bunch of shit at the end.
Yeah.
I swear to God, this looks like Jay-Z to me. Like he has a Jay-Z face.
Yeah.
I don't know who the actor is, but
Remember Triclops? Manny faces.
Manny Faces is awesome because he's got a robot face and a monster face.
I was just happy to see Ram Man is in this, so that's good.
I'm disappointed to learn that, according to the toy boxes anyway, that Triclops is Skeletor's right-hand man, which never was a thing in the cartoon as far as I remember, right?
No, that was Beastman or Merman.
No, like Evil Lyn was always the
Oh,
right.
Evil Lyn. Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
Beastman was always like a simp for Evil Lyn, but like Evil Lyn was supposed to be like the right hand.
Yeah.
And then like Triclops was their version of Man at Arms, where he would build like the machines and shit.
Okay.
And then like you had the Trapjaw was a bounty hunter, like an intergalactic bounty hunter.
Okay.
Too Bad. I remember Too Bad was like two bounty hunters that he like fused together because they pissed him off.
No, I don't remember that one.
Webstore or Web something. He was like a spider character that was like an underground spider society, and I think they fought with the like bee society or whatever that the bee guy.
Well, Stinkor.
Stinkor was a guy who got like accidentally cursed or whatever to stink, and they built a containment suit for him to like put the stink out and not just have it go everywhere.
Okay.
I have a Stinkor toy, and it still stinks to this day. From the 80s till now, Stinkor and Mossman, they both still smell with their special smells. Apparently, Stinkor wasn't like rubbed with stinky stuff.
Okay.
It was actually when they made the plastic, it was the stinky stuff was poured into the plastic.
Yeah.
So it's like in the plastic, like it is part of the plastic. Is this like smell?
God, skunk smell in the plastic. That's
Yeah.
No, officer, that's not weed. That's Stinkor in my bag.
Mossman toy was my favorite. He smelled so good. I'll tell you what, Mossman, he was green. He looked like a fuzzy green Beastman.
Yeah.
Okay. I had him as a kid. I used to take my toys out in the backyard and play with my toys and stuff, right? And then you'd gather all the toys up and put them away. And for the longest time, I lost Mossman. And then, like, one summer, I was out in the yard, and I was like, what the hell is this? Like, like there's something like a little lump in the ground, and it was fucking Mossman. Like, he was just in my backyard, just like. And it's funny because, like, obviously my father was cutting grass and stuff, so it wasn't like, like he just survived. Somehow Mossman survived being out in the backyard without fucking getting killed. It's crazy. The smell was built in. It will never go away. Yeah. Baker was badass. The evil Superman, that evil He-Man. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not feeling the design is close to the toy, to the original, a little modern stuff to it, but I'm not feeling him being the right hand man.
No.
But maybe it'll be good. I'm trying to be hopeful. For this.
Yeah, I think, it's got a lot of pluses. I think it'll be good.
I think I have a Mossman somewhere. I didn't like how they turned Mossman from just like a regular guy to like their version of like Swamp Thing, where like the grass bows to Mossman, right?
Yeah. Defender of the Green.
Yeah. Beastman was depressed. I am depressed. All right, everyone. It's been 2 hours. I think we've had a good little run. We've talked some comic books. We've enjoyed ourselves. We got 31 people here. Don't forget to hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. And don't forget to join us tomorrow where we'll be covering Eric July and his 100 comic books to be published this year.
Yikes.
Among other things that he's saying. Yeah. So that's going to be good. Better audio now. Damn it. What? No Ramrod in the new movie? No, but I think Ram Man might be in the new movie. I know
Ram Man is in there. Yeah. Fisto is too. Yep.
If are they going to have Jitsu? That's what I think. They won't have Jitsu because of the we can have things that are kind of racist. But I want the big golden fucking Asian guy like doing fucking karate chops with his big fucking giant gold karate hand.
Yeah. I kind of
New
remember
Super
that.
J says, I only like Eric July's text-based books.
Good for you.
All right.
Yeah, just the
everybody.
thing.
We're going to get out of here. Thanks for watching. Don't forget, once again, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. Think about being a member, 99 cents. It's a great deal. And as always, love, peace, booty grease. We out this bitch.